Hello, hello. I hope my little live button is on. I can't see my phone. Let me pull you guys up. Hopefully I'm on the right page. Nope, I'm not. I don't see it. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Am I in the right spot? I hope so. Guys, if I'm in the right spot, please say hello. It's still not bringing me up here. I could have swore I clicked on DIY and I don't see it. Oh, you guys, I apologize. Am I on the wrong page? Let me go out and back in. Not with you guys right here. And see if that works. So touchy sometimes. But please say hello when you come on. And hopefully my comments will pop up as well. There. I don't know why it's so finicky. You gotta go in and out. This way I can read my comments. And it's gonna take just a second. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm gonna move this over here so I can see it. I'm Susan with the Withered Barn, and we are DIYing with the Withered Barn today. And I'm going to do a furniture project, and we're gonna be doing it in Apothecary. Now, Apothecary I've used for a couple of customer pieces. This one is going to be kind of a sample piece for my bedroom. I want to redo my entire bedroom set, minimize it because everything's big, chunky furniture, you know, from the 90s. So I want to minimize it, simplify it, and just make it a little more of a relaxing space. And everything is this color wood, so we want to really lighten it up. Oh, we can see comments too. It's a great day. Okay. Hi, chalk it up to you. Hi, Bonnie, Jackie. And I'm on the right page. That's always good. Hopefully you can see the entire thing. This is a jewelry armoire. So the sides open up, and then it's got all the drawers, and then the top lifts open to put your rings, and it has a mirror. So of course I will be vintaging up the mirror because that's my thing. That's what I do. And I'm also taking off the knobs because one knob had broke off and I'll never be able to find another knob the same. So I'm just going to switch it out and glam it up a little more, probably with some little crystal knobs. And I've taken them all off because I can maybe use these on another project. I save everything. And these actually look like perfect size to recycle and repurpose as magnets for a magnet board. That's what I think of instantly when I see this. So I've saved them all. I save everything inside my project is what I do. Sometimes I'll put it in a baggie and tape it to the inside. And for this piece, because we're using DIY paint, all I did was wipe it down with some water and let it dry. I didn't put any TSP or alcohol, nothing. I'm going to do it just like this. And my idea is to get the Apothecary on there, and then I want to blend in probably some, what do I got here? Tarnished pearl, I believe, yes. I want to blend in some tarnished pearl to lighten it up a little, and then white wax over the whole thing. Look at the detail on this. Look at these gorgeous roses and molds. Some of the veneer is off, and I don't care. I'm totally okay with that. I don't need to repair it. The only place I might need to repair is this little piece of plastic. It's resin molding. So So a little piece of molding right here. If it's so noticeable that it throws me off, I'll have to patch in a little piece of mold right there. So let's just get started. Hi, Joni. Hello, Linda from Illinois. So again, this is Apothecary. And I'm going to be using the DIY paintbrush, the Relaxed Fit. I'm not going to need a whole lot. I'm going to get my water ready too. What I do with it. It just helps it to glide and go on my surface really easy. Such a beautiful, it's a happy color. You know how you have some colors that are very deep, earth tone vintagey? This is very much a happy color. I should have put this on some coasters, but we'll improvise. I'm just gonna put my feet on some cheesecloth for now. I've never had a problem with my paint, my DIY paint, not coming out of my carpet or off my table when I'm working. But you're gonna paint a lot, so I'm just gonna do that. And my brush. And I'm not gonna worry about a direction either, because I wanna try this technique that I have in my head. I don't know if it's already a thing. I probably should look it up. But you can see it's such good coverage. Super highly pigmented, which is what we love. Less work, right? Just getting into the little crevices of my mold. I'll get it all up in there. And the trick, so I know some of you have mentioned before, how do you get your paint not to pull back off? The trick is, don't keep working it. Stop and keep going. If you keep working it, it's just going to reactivate it and move it off your surface. You know, with other paints, you go over it and over it until the lines are gone. This one, you don't. Loving this already. And then this is just my base coat. It's like if you're a baker, it's a crumb coat. It's just to get my base color on here. Get in here. Sorry, got a message. It keeps popping up. There we go. Look at the detail on here. Oh my goodness. Love, love, love. Get all my nook and crannies. This is going to be so pretty with the white wax in there. Make it look a little old. This project should go fairly quickly because the paint dries so good. I'm actually going to lift this up a bit. I don't know what I want to do with the top yet, if I want to do it the same color or if I want to do it a different color brown. I know I don't want to leave it this red tone. Let me switch sides real quick. That way I don't got my back to you. I'm actually going to squirt a little bit in there because it's a lot of detail. And I want it to get in every nook and cranny. See how you can't even see that once I covered it up. Okay. So we're in the ugly stage. It's going to be ugly before it's pretty. And I've noticed my ugly stages are 3 and 4 times. But oh, this is going to lighten the bedroom up so much. We have an old farmhouse, so our windows are long and skinny. And they're not centered in the room, so you can't get good light. My headboard actually has to like halfway go over one window. So I really desperately need to lighten this furniture up. Look at that. Oh, yumminess. I'm just zhuzhing all this in here to get into the cracks. Let's start on my other side. Let's get some more in here. By the time I work my way around, this side will be dry. So what is everybody up to Tuesday? Anybody watching from work? I used to do that. I'd put my headphones on and sit there and listen to videos while I was working. Looking at different things, how to do things. I still don't know what different techniques are called. I just know what I like and what I don't like. Again, I'm just dabbing into the, you can't see it really right now. Probably should have brought my wheels up from, let me see if I can tilt it a little bit, my wheels up from the store. The contractors are in there, so it's a little too loud. Once you guys use your mister bottles, you'll immediately see that it doesn't pull as hard, it just glides so much easier. That looks good. I've got a little something something right there. I don't know what that is. There. Okay, let me see if I can spin it around the other way. I just put my finger in that. Let's spin the other direction. All right. There we go. I don't know what is up with my screen, but it keeps freezing, you guys. So I apologize. Yes, if Dion would name all the different strokes and techniques, would be awesome. There's probably a list out there already. as you guys know, the paint goes a long way, right? And this Apothecary is like the perfect vintagey, not quite like duck-egg blue. It's got a hint of a green in it, but it's so pretty. Hi, Gina. Again, I'm just zhuzhing everything into the crevices of my molds that were already on here. A little bit of moisture into that mold. Tissue slid out from under my leg there, so I'll have to just be careful. No reason to do the back, it's just like a veneer back, not even the same color. I'll do the leg. I'll do the legs for sure. Okay, let's spin it back around carefully. And you can see where it's already starting to dry. It looks very chalky. Let me get my cup. 'Cause this is how I do my second coat. Everybody has their own favorite way, their own favorite technique. But I am going to take some water from my water bottle. I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water and a little bit of paint. Probably a 50-50. Put my lid on. Move that over onto a tissue so it doesn't drip. And I had my popsicle stick. I can't live without popsicle sticks. Let's grab another one. So I grab my popsicle stick, and this is what I'm going to use over that, over my base coat. And it just helps me cover, it's for me, it helps me cover everything that I missed the first time without it being heavy. Because I'm going to add more paint. I'm going to add that tarnished pearl to it. Okay, that feels good. So it's real thin. But you can see the pigment is still the same. Set that aside. And now I'm going to saturate my brush a little more. Wipe it out so it's not dripping. And I just go over it. And it just softens it. So if you guys have another way that you do that to get that softened look, just go with it. Stay with the same one. Stay with what you're familiar with. What works for you. It's not dry yet, so I'm going to keep this direction. And I'm not pressing hard, just enough to get the paint off my brush. And I'll do this step twice. So see how it just softens it? I just love it. So if I get my little holes and I get a little run, I just wipe it off. Gina, you were at Emmett for the holidays. Oh yes, Debbie from Tona. We're just gonna keep going right up. Just light-handedly going over the surface. Let me lift this back up. I think I'm going to end up painting the top the same color. I had to wait for it to speak to me, right? My furniture, I love this wet technique. It just fills in any imperfections and it softens it. Can you guys see the difference on the camera? Pretty good. So I'm going to spin it carefully. Do the side. Start here first. You can literally see it soften like right before your eyes. Open this up a touch. There we go. There we go. Start on this leg, it's a little drier. Again, I'm just doing it very lightly. I don't want it to run, but I do want, whoops, sounds stuck in my brush, but I do want it to be wet. So there's kind of a fine line in there. Wet but not runny. I hope you guys can see how much that softens it. So it looks great. I just have 50-50 water to paint, Bonnie. Hello, Diane. So it's just 50-50 water to paint. And it's just softening my base coat up. And I very light-handedly am going up and down it. So you can see the difference right there, how much it softens it up. There's that hair again. Right there. Okay. So there's that coat. And yes, I think I am going to do the top. I'm going to spin this around. Find my napkin here. And let's paint the top real quick so that can dry. I'm going to go ahead and just use my watered down. I think what I'll do on my top here is kind of wet distress my edges, but I don't want to distress anywhere else. I'm going to be doing something else to the molds. Okay, looks good. We'll let that dry. I think it looks great. So guys, I think I'm gonna let this dry, and we'll come back on Tuesday. I'll leave this here and we'll pick up right where we left off. We're gonna blend in some of the tarnished pearl, the new off-white. We're gonna blend that in from probably right about here up is what we'll blend. And then when I distress it back, some of this green from the Apothecary will show through, and we'll be able to go ahead and do the white wax all over it and get it finished up. So two-parter, join me next Tuesday, and we'll get this beautiful gal finished. Thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great day.